Yes, welcome back. It is 9:14. You know, in the news recently, food safety is a major headline. Taylor Fresh Foods, which is the parent company of Taylor Farms, is voluntarily recalling some products that include jalapeños because of worries about a possible salmonella contamination.
So this announcement comes a couple weeks after Taylor Farms voluntarily recalled its iceberg lettuce products sourced from central Mexico because of a potential link to a multi-state cyclospora outbreak. Dr. Archelle Georgiou here to break down what you need to know when it comes to all this impacting your health. First of all, I hope this didn't impact your health, because you were fairly unlucky if you were one of the ones who got sick from these different outbreaks.
A lot of people
did.
Yeah. Summer, wow.
All right, so where do things stand? Unless I read differently, I don't think they really definitively quite know yet where either one of these things got started.
They're pretty sure that it's from the jalapenos, so skip the jalapenos. And just to be clear, it's not only the jalapenos that you could buy and put in your foods, but in prepared foods. So salsa, guac, pico de gallo, and from grocery stores like Whole Foods, Target, Kroger.
Big ones.
Trader Joe's, because the supplier is the same supplier. So skip all of that. But the good news is that it is emerging, if there's good news, emerging as the cyclospora outbreak is really declining.
Okay, so the cyclospora one was the first one, and then we got the salmonella.
Right.
These are two different things.
Yes, well, they're completely different. So
bacteria,
one is a parasite and one is a bacteria. So cyclospora is a parasite, salmonella is a bacteria. Like, who cares what the classification is? But the issue is, how are they different?
Yeah.
And here's how they're different. They present differently. So cyclospora, you could eat something and then that's contaminated and not have symptoms for 7 to 10 days. That's why it's so hard to detect, because there's such a length of time between ingesting something that made you sick.
Like to trace it back to something.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, how do you remember what you ate 2 weeks ago?
Right.
Which is what's required for this detection process. Whereas salmonella, you get sick within, 6 hours or a few hours later, up to 72 hours.
Is, pardon my ignorance, salmonella like food poisoning? Or is food poisoning generally
It can be other organisms as well, but it's a
Okay.
common source of food poisoning. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was that parasite that was the one that was making people like violently ill. Like love the national news love these stories about the explosive diarrhea, but that was the parasite that was doing that, right?
Yes, and it was explosive because that is a characteristic of cyclospora. So cyclospora, you might have a low-grade fever, but the characteristic is that you have this prolonged, explosive, non-bloody diarrhea.
Okay.
That pattern is different from what you'd see with salmonella, which is lots of abdominal pain. You may have a higher fever, maybe not, but if you have a fever, it could be higher. And it's not that explosive, and it's more self-limited. So whereas cyclospora could last for weeks, sometimes months in people, and it can even recur, salmonella should end in about 5 to 7 days.
like when you pass the item?
It just resolves. That's just its course, the course that it takes.
Is there any treatment for either of these things? Can you go to your doctor and get anything to help?
So here's something that's important for people to know. If somebody's diagnosed with cyclospora, they should be treated, and it's with a sulfa-based medication. But if somebody has salmonella, even if they're diagnosed with salmonella, unless you fall into a specific high-risk group, you shouldn't treat it.
Oh.
There are treatments for it, for those high-risk individuals, but you don't want to treat it because it could actually increase the time that you're infectious, and it could prolong the time that you have this condition. So I know that's a little bit of a confusing thing for people, but it can be a serious illness, but in general, you try to avoid treating it.
What's a sulfa-based medication?
Like Bactrim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be a common.
Okay, so, all right. I guess we can just, if your doctor, you're sick with one of these things, the doctor's going to be able to tell, right? Like, probably going to be able to know.
Well,
A versus B.
I wish. Let's, between A and B, they could probably predict.
Yeah.
But they would still have to do stool cultures.
Okay.
And measure, because it's not really so easy. And then the question is, well, is it that, or is it like just the stomach flu?
Yeah.
And let me be clear, like most of diarrheal illness, like gastroenteritis, We actually never know what causes it. We just don't know because it's too short-lived and it doesn't last long. People don't go to the doctor, and over 80% of the time we have no clue what causes it.
Yeah.
When we do know, it's probably norovirus. We've heard about that. Commonly happens on ships. But if you go to the doctor and then you have this other symptom pattern, they can try to figure it out, but they'll do a stool test. The most important thing, though, Chris, is not what is it? What's the organism?
Yeah.
It's am I sick enough to go to the doctor?
Sure.
That's really what people need to think about. And that means, am I getting dehydrated? Do I have a high fever? If you have bloody diarrhea, go to the doctor.
Okay.
That is not normal stomach flu. So it's the more important thing rather than what is it is how sick am I and do I need to see a doctor?
Okay, we're supposed to ask you about colitis and gastroenteritis.
Yes. So often when people have like cyclospora or even a gastroenteritis, their doctor might say, yeah, you have colitis or you have infectious colitis. And I've had a lot of people frequently, and I have a story that I'll share, where a relative of mine was told that she had just had surgery. She was told that her explosive diarrhea was colitis. She was actually so sick she got admitted to the hospital.
Oh, geez.
And so they were treating her for what they thought was infectious colitis. And a colitis is a general term for inflammation of the colon.
Okay.
But it can be caused by an infection. It can be caused by other things. Ulcerative colitis is colitis.
I've heard that, yep.
Crohn's disease is colitis. So she was in the hospital. They're treating her with mega antibiotics for what they thought was infectious colitis. Reasonable thought. But she wasn't getting better. Her cultures were negative, so she didn't have anything that they could find. And what did she end up having was something called ischemic colitis, which means you can also get inflammation of the colon from not having enough blood flow to the colon. So she sort of had a heart attack of the colon. That's what ischemic colitis is.
No kidding.
Her whole colon died, and they had to go in and take it all out. This is an extreme case. I just make the point that colitis is a general term. It can be caused by infections. That's the most common reason. It can be caused by autoimmune diseases like ulcerative colitis. It can be caused by other things. And your doctor needs to always be thinking, do I exactly know what I'm treating? Because her severity was due to a delay in care.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
sorry to go down
I'm
that
glad you
path,
say
but I
that,
think, you
and
know what? I want people to really speak up.
Yes, you do. I'm
You're a
glad
big
you say that
advocate of
because
that.
you really have to advocate for
Yeah.
yourself because they're always going to take the path of, what seems like the easiest, most obvious path.
Or just trust and listen
Yeah.
as opposed to asking questions. If the cultures are negative, this is the question. Do you know, doctor, what you are treating? And tell me why. That's a reasonable question to
Yeah.
ask. Yeah.
Because colitis is such a general term, so
Absolutely.
many things can fall under that.
Absolutely. But the most common is infectious. And so what people can do if they have just a diarrheal gastroenteritis, it's more likely than not just a regular stomach flu. Stay hydrated. Be on the BRAT diet, which is, do you know what that stands for? Bananas, rice,
Bananas.
apple, tea, and toast.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew the bananas and the rice.
Probiotics. It's fine to take them, especially if you just like yogurt with live cultures, but they really don't make a difference. But do recognize those hallmark symptoms of when you are sick enough to go to the emergency room or your doctor. It's important.
Great, valuable information as
Thank
always.
you. Thank you.
Good to see you, doctor. For more medical news and how it impacts your life, you can check out Dr. Georgiou's podcast. It is called Speak Up for Your Health. She's a big advocate of that. We'll post a link to episodes on our site, minnesotalive.com.